Chris Mannix was talking on his
Your
podcast
support means a lot.
about the about the
We
fight.
live in a very cynical world, Shay.
And one of the things that he said stuck out the most to him about Crawford was that somebody asked him, like, hey, like, what's his camp like right now? What's his like mentality? And he goes, he kind of reminds me of Kobe.
Yeah, he's a psycho.
Yeah. And that is like, I don't know that Canelo's got that part in him.
He's just willing to go to these super, like, it's not even so much dark. He's just dialed.
Yeah.
And he can conjure up some things in his mind for motivation of anything in his past, and he can be fueled by it. And his ability to like singularly focus is incredible.
Yeah.
And I just don't think at this stage in Canelo's career, with about as much money as he's about to make,
and as already, he's
kind of fat cat, right?
Yeah. And I mean, we talked to Kevin about this yesterday. Hasn't looked great.
So, and I get it. You may not have loved Bud versus Madrimov, but that's a heck of a jump for.
Also,
for
Madrimov's like super awkward stylistically.
He is.
Like that's not a fight where almost anybody's going to look good.
So I am. I don't know. I don't know. I'm excited.
I really can't get over the thing that Mannix said about Kobe. But I just had a flashback. No, as Grace Jones though, not the Open. And
have you seen like Conan the Destroyer? Have you seen anything she's been in?
I don't think so.
Did you not see Boomerang?
No.
Yeah, there's a commercial that they did for a perfume.
Yeah,
it's traumatizing. You will never be the same. Never.
Like DB after the Open.
Never.
I'm trying. I don't know what was throwing me more. Never mind.
Your support means a lot.
You're not about to get me, Shane.
The other thing I can't get over, you kind of talked about it there with Canelo, was there's absolutely no way this fight means as much to Canelo as it does to Bud.
That's kind of what I'm
like.
thinking.
There's absolutely no way.
Yeah.
Because this is the first. Like there is Canelo's definitely the most famous boxer in the world. I think internationally one of the most famous athletes in the world.
Did you watch the sit down with Max where? And I was praying. I was like, Max, don't do it, man. I hope you got prepped for this. Don't do it. But he inevitably brought up the reference to the good big man versus the good small man, which infuriates Terence to no end because it's simply not true. And so what did TC do? Went through a litany of smaller guys that moved up to beat big guys, just rattled off like 5, 6 in a row. And he's like, and he asked, this is how you know he's kind of pissy, even though he rocks with Max. He was like, who started that? Like, who said that? Where'd that come from?
Yeah.
Awkward pause. TC was like, no, I'm serious. Like, who started that? Max was like, hey, man, I don't know. I don't know who started that. Like, that's the kind of stuff. It makes him mad. It truly makes him mad because the thing, and I keep saying this about Terence, one of the things about him is his reverence for history and the fight game is at a super high level. His Rolodex of iconic stuff, he can just rattle off stuff from boxing history-wise like nobody's business.
So sorry, go ahead.
No, I forgot what I was going to say now.
Oh, my bad. So the one that sticks out to me the most that I think might be the most applicable, but you'll know it better than I do, is Sugar Ray Leonard versus Hagler.
Yep, he brought up Sugar Ray.
How
he brought up Sugar Ray, brought up Pacquiao, he brought up De La, he brought up B-Hop, he brought up Floyd.
Yeah. So the reason I brought up Sugar Ray is, do you remember how much was that jump that Sugar Ray made?
So that would have been, Marvin was light metal. That was gonna be, 15, 16 pounds.
Okay, so pretty close.
Yeah.
The other reason I thought of Sugar Ray is, out of the ones that I could remember, which much more limited Rolodex than you or Bud certainly, is Hagler seemed like the highest quality fighter.
Yeah.
One of those guys jumped up to go.
Terence and I are in agreement that we both think Leonard won that fight. Now,
yeah,
a lot of listen, I'm not going to call Severe this morning because I'm sure he's sick of me bothering him about this paperwork, but he There's some people will disagree with
Yeah.
me on that.
That's
But-
the split decision fight, right?
Yeah, I mean, and people will get into, stealing rounds late or being busy or flurrying. But what it was is Sugar Ray was supposed to be so outclassed that by the time he was hanging in there, you found yourself subconsciously like, damn,
Yeah.
he may pull this off.
Mhm.
But in the same vein, I feel bad for Hagler because I feel like I don't even know if he has a peer of the most disrespected great fighters of all time. Marvin Hagler is in a company he's probably tucked away someplace. And I know I joke about Pac being in Italy. He has since moved to New Zealand. But Hagler did jump ship and went to Italy and kind of just like hunkered down. But Hagler was
That was his last fight, right?
was widely wide. And he had been, he'd had a couple of those kind of highway robberies. And so there's this part of me that feels bad for Hagler in terms of how that thing shook out, but a highly, highly, highly disrespected fighter for as great Marvin Hagler was incredible. And he doesn't get mentioned in anybody's pantheon, except maybe Severe. I think Severe has reverence for Hagler.
Yeah, that's sort of the reason. Like, that's the one that seems like it's got the most corollaries to what we're about to see tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, I mean, Caden, I'll rock with Holmes. Holmes caught a bad rap for what he did to Muhammad Ali. So we've kind of soured on Larry Holmes, but he was one of PA's finest. I don't know if I would put Holmes because we still talk about Holmes' jab, and he had some historic moments. I don't know if Hagler gets any.
Holmes also.
I'm not going to fight you over that, Caden. I'm not.
Holmes also
primarily because I like you.
Suffered from his era, like
Larry?
being right after kind of that run of Ali, Frazier, like he was right after that and didn't get any of those guys in their prime, right? And he's like the '80s fighter.
Yeah.
And you go, like, I think people hold that against him, and like there's nothing he can do about that.
Yes, Scott. I'm rocking with. He seems like he'd be a Scott guy too. I mean, blue collar, like no nonsense. Like Hagler was not about frills. He just was tough, and I don't think people appreciated his style because, he just kept coming downhill. He was so straight. He's in your kitchen, man. He was just going to tuck. He was going to stay in your chest. He's going to pressure you. I mean, we remember Hagler Hearns, but I mean, he beat Mugabe. Like Hagler was, I don't know. But anyway, saying that, that's probably when you talk about historic greatness and in a really, really good little guy beating a really, really good big guy. I would give you Leonard Hagler for this fight.
Yeah.
Although Hagler was better at that stage in his career, and people can take umbrage with me, I would be willing to listen. I think Hagler was better at that stage in his career than Canelo was in his relative to their peak.
Sure.
Relative to their peak.
So he was still closer to his peak than Canelo is.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
I can see that. I mean, when we were talking with Kevin yesterday, I think it was Kevin and not Dan, well, on Tuesday, but when we were talking to Kevin and when he was talking about, like it's been since, like I don't think of 2021 as 4 years ago for whatever reason in my head, but that's a long time. 4 years is a long time for a boxer.
That is. It really, really is.
And so I kind of sit there and I go, okay, like I thought, like it felt closer to when he was like 2018, 2019, when Canelo was like Canelo, felt a lot closer.
I mean, Canelo wasn't getting out of bed for less than 10 mil.
Yeah, and like good for him.
He's the blockbuster. He's the A-lister.
And so, but it like mentally, for whatever reason, 2018, 2019 Canelo felt closer to today. That's a long time though. Like that's a late 20s versus a mid 30s fighter. That's a long time.
Yeah, look at Bud's body just 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Check out Bud's body versus who did I watch this fight? I might have been with Vers. Oh, you were there. Did we watch the Porter fight?
Yeah,
together?
we did. Yeah.
Wait till you see. I got a picture. Wait till you see Terence tomorrow.
I couldn't believe how he looked on social media.
Now he looked. I don't know. He's not starched, but he is. He does need to hydrate. But I'm like, I mean, fudge.
So what I thought was interesting, I think Mannix brought this up yesterday too when I was listening to that podcast. Do you remember what Bud weighed in at after rehydrating from Madrimov? Because everybody's worried about his size. Like,
I think 51. I think 50.
No, because the fight was at 54, right?
Yeah. Hey, I don't know. I don't think he rehydrated bigger than 54.
Oh, well, this person might have been wrong then.
Listen, don't hold me.
They thought he came in at 69.
That sounds way heavy.
It sounded heavy to me, but if that was the case, I was like, okay, if that's the case,
that's interesting.
Then you really can't be worried about this weight, if that's true. I didn't go back and fact check it, but if that's true,
69 sounds heavy.
Yeah,
it does for him. Even though he'd walk around in the 70s.
Yeah.
For that fight to rehydrate another 50 doesn't sound Bud-esque.
Okay.
Because he took it down to the wire, not to the wire, but even in July, he didn't really know how he wanted to stack the weight. He was just going to see how his body responded, right? Because he's got a really weird protein diet.
Yeah.
Right? He doesn't eat pork, and I don't even think he eats beef.
So it's just like chicken and fish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he doesn't eat beef.
So he was a little more intentional this time around, right? Like instead of just like seeing what his body did.
I mean, he's got his. Yeah, I'll be curious. I'll be curious to see what he weighs tomorrow.
Yeah, all the photos I've seen of him, he looks incredible.
Yeah,
like it certainly is not bad weight. Now I don't know how he'll move at that weight. I think he's more used to it than people think he is, but he looked incredible. I
don't know. I guess, and like the T-shirt says, full disclosure, maybe I see what I want to see in terms of his intensity.
Mm-hmm.
He just seems to be a little more locked in than Canelo.
He seems surly.
But I know he's pissed. I know he's pissy.
Yeah, he seems surly.
So you don't have to worry about that.
Listen, I'll take it. I'll take a pissed off Bud because that man likes to hurt people.
Yeah. I hope it's the styles make fights. And I was listening to Roy Jones, who I don't.
Canelo will punch with him though.
I listened to Roy Jones yesterday or the day before. I'm not a Roy guy but he has changed his tune. He went from hating on Floyd a couple of months ago to like loving on Bud. So I had to change gears.
Yeah.
I didn't like what he was saying
You're
about
a big Floyd guy.
I am.
Yeah.
Roy is not.
Right.
But anyway, they have their own deal.
Yeah.
He thinks that Canelo can only win that fight fighting one way. Now, he didn't really say what that one way was specifically, but he said Bud could win this fight, about 6 ways. He said he's always going to take the guy that has more ways to win. And that caught me off guard a little bit. I was like, you know what?
It's a good point.
It's a good point. If you subscribe to the fact that you think Saul can only win one way.
And I don't know if I do, but I do think Crawford can win more ways.
So it was just real, and somebody says something and it sounds profound, but it makes
simple.
A casual ton of sense.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, yeah, good point. No bleep.
Yeah.
But good point. Because you know what I mean? Like, I didn't think of that.
Yeah. I think about that with basketball teams a lot when I'm watching them. Where I'm like, hey, if they can only beat you doing this, I feel like that's an easy team to guard.
Yeah.
It's probably to a certain extent the same thing with football.
The one, and I may not see it early, and by early I mean 8-9 rounds. I do want to see how the punching power, what happens. Because if this gets into deep waters, I do think he wants to see if Canelo can swim.
Yeah.
So
AI at least believes that Crawford came in at 169.8.
169.8.
Yeah, so almost a full.
That seems heavy. Yeah, I don't want to.
Full 170.
I don't want to act like I know what he weighed in at. It sounds heavy at first blush.
But again, if that's true, I think you have to worry a lot less about. We're a lot closer to seeing Crawford having fought at this weight than we think.
Yeah.
Because I would imagine he's not probably going to come in much heavier than that fight night against Crawford, maybe a little.
Yeah, my man Cassius. AKA Bobby. He said, "Yep, I saw the interview where Bud was. I don't think he does eat. I don't think he does eat beef.
Yeah,
anymore. What was that on? BC? Hit your boy up.